Giants player I ever announced at this ballpark, opening day, April 11th, 2000, Marvin Bernard. All right, are you ready for me to bring the fellas out? Let's do it. Let's pump up some music now, and let's meet your 2019 San Francisco Giants. Keep the energy up. Keep the applause going. That's right. Let's meet the boys. Shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Infielder, Ryder Jones. Third baseman, Evan Longoria. Second baseman, Joe Panik. Outfielder, Austin Slater. Outfielder, Mac Williamson. Outfielder, Steven Duggar. Catcher, Aramis Garcia. Pitcher, Mark Melanson. Your catcher, Buster Posey. Oh my God. Pitcher, the Shark, Jeff Samardzija. Outfielder, Chris Shaw. Let's bring out some pitchers right now. Give it up for Tony Watson. Ty Block. Ray Black. Sam Dyson. Stephen Okert. Josh Osich. Will Smith. And Reyes Moronta. Infielder Alan Hansen, he's very fast, very fast. D-Rod, pitcher Derek Rodriguez. Andrew Suarez. Chris Stratton. And Tyler Beatty. I want you to say hello to second baseman Breivik Valera. Infielder Abiatal Avellino. Let's welcome a pitcher who pitches with both arms. It's Pat Venditti. Not everybody can do that. New to the orange and black, say hello to Drew Pomeranz. And Drew Ferguson. And Travis Bergen. And now your coaching staff, starting with pitching coach, Kurt Young. Assistant hitting coach, Rick Shue. Your bench coach, His Royal Highness, Sir Hensley Bam Bam Mullins. Bullpen coach, Matt Herges. First base coach, Jose Alguacil. Third base coach, Ron Wodes. I need a big round of applause for your skipper, the manager, Bruce Bochy. And a warm welcome to your new president of baseball operations, Farhan Zaidi, sir. Let's hear it for your 2019 San Francisco Giants. Hello, Skipper.
Hello, it's good to see you, Renell.
It's great to see you. How was your off season?
I had a great off season. Just spent some time with the family. Had one son get married. My last one, I'm done with that. So, that's a good thing, and all set to go.
And there's new grandbabies in your life. How has that changed your world?
They're the best. I had two last year. One just turned a year old, and one at 6 months, and That's where I'm spending my time. The older you get, more time it seems like you want to be with the family, and so it's just been a great off season spending time with them.
How badly do you spoil them?
Well, right now they don't know who I am. Actually, the 1-year-old does. I can't get in the inner circle with my younger one yet. She doesn't like me, but she'll come around. It takes a little time. She's only what, 5-6 months, so.
She'll come around.
Told her I'll cut her from the wheel if she doesn't pick it up here a little bit.
Well, we're glad you had a good offseason. Are you able during the offseason to take off the manager's cap, or are you still a little bit still involved in the game during the offseason?
Well, at times, yeah, you have to. And just like the players, I want them to. I mean, when the season's over, you need to get away. You need a break, but then you get close to the winter meetings, so that cap has to go on. And of course, Farhan, he needs help at times. Hopefully, in talking about the club and our players and our possible transactions. So we were busy this off season.
That you were. Well, good luck this season. Always good to see you.
Well, I'll take any luck you send, too. Thanks.
It's coming your way. It's coming your way. Let's talk to Farhan, if you wouldn't mind coming over here. Nice to meet you, young man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, it's a tough task getting introduced after Boch over here. Yeah. So I tried to almost just sneak up on stage right behind him, but it's really great to get to work with a Hall of Fame manager like him, a 3-time world champion. Really exciting stuff.
I'm sure that had a lot to do with what attracted you to coming to this franchise was Boch, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Boch, what this group has accomplished, the fan base, the Bay Area. I mean, there are so many things. I feel really fortunate to be here.
He comes to us, as you all know, from our rivals, the A's and the Dodgers, but you're in the orange and black now. How does it feel?
Oh, yeah. No, I have, all that stuff tossed away in boxes. So, yeah.
So listen, Farhan, it's the elephant in the room. I don't know if you want to make an announcement or anything tonight, but we heard there was, a certain meeting with a certain outfielder that, lives in Las Vegas. I don't know. Is there anything you want to share with us tonight? I have to ask.
Oh, we just went out there to rack up some more frequent flyer miles, so, yeah.
Get some casino time in?
Yeah, we got a couple of free flights out of it, so we're happy.
Well, just on a serious note, we've had the State of the Union address. Mayor Breed did the State of the City address. Can you give us just a brief State of the Franchise address and let these great season ticket members know what we can look forward to this year?
Absolutely. I mean, look, we're excited about the group that we have. I mean, for me, there's some familiar faces on this team. Hearing how committed they are to this group and how excited they are to all be back. And we're still working. I mean, we were working Monday, and we're going to continue to work every day up to the reporting date and until opening day, and continue to just try to make this team better.
That's what we want to hear, right, guys? And trust me, Farhan, we'll be watching. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Orange and Black. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Give it up for Farhan Zaidi and the skipper. All right, we're going to get this party started right now. We're going to have a great panel conversation, several of them, and it's my pleasure to bring up your hosts for tonight. Two of the best in the business. Please give it up for your broadcasters, the still young, David B. Fleming, and the Hall of Famer, John Miller.
Thank you. Dave, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, John. How's your off-season gone?
My off-season was eventful, very good, very strong, and but it's really been kind of a very sad off-season for the Giants with all of the Giants greats that we have lost. So we do, before we start talking to the current Giants and looking forward to the season, just want to remember. And first off, we've had so many all-time greats and whatnot that we've lost here lately, but the legendary voice of the Giants, Hank Greenwald, passed away right after the season. And Hank was not just a great broadcaster, he had the great sense of humor. I remember him broadcasting a game years ago, and I had a chance to, I guess I was in the Bay Area for something, and A guy came into the game for another team with his earned run average was like 7.95, and he's given his stats, and he's kind of reviewing the guy's season, and he's like, 50 innings, and he's given up 78 hits and 39 walks, 16 home runs and whatnot. And Hank says he's got all the standard pitches. He's got the wild pitch, the hit by pitch, and the home run pitch. And they say maybe his hanging curve is the best in the game. So. But that was Hank, and we definitely miss him, the great Hank Greenwald. This past Monday here at the ballpark, we had a wonderful ceremony, a celebration of life for Peter McGowan and Dave. Peter McGowan, I like to say this ballpark, it's the park that Peter McGowan built. It's other people involved, but he sort of spearheaded the whole thing to keep the Giants here. They were on the way to St. Petersburg, Florida. They'd been sold already. It was a done deal, and he helped, along with Larry Brett, they put a group together to keep the Giants here. And then he was the guy chosen by the group to run the franchise. And he and Larry figured out a way to build a ballpark when they said it could not be done. And they did a pretty good job, I thought.
We might have been playing in a park that kind of looks like this tent in St. Petersburg, if not for Peter. He will be missed greatly by a lot of us.
Yeah. Peter McGowan. And, of course, just a few days ago, a former Giants manager and truly one of the all-time great players in the history of the game, and I think he was underappreciated as a player. And when you play in the same era with Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, maybe that's just going to happen. When he first came along, 1956, as a rookie, he set the all-time record for home runs by a rookie with 38 home runs, a great outfielder. And then when he was 30, he got traded by the Cincinnati Reds, and they said, well, he's 30, but we think he's an old 30, that he's starting to fade fast. So he got traded to Baltimore, and his first year in Baltimore, he hit 49 home runs, won the Triple Crown, and led the Orioles to the World Series championship. Truly an all-time great. Came to the Giants, and in his first full year as Giants manager, they were in the pennant race right to the end of the season, in a year where they were not supposed to be in any kind of a pennant race. And we are going to miss him greatly. It was a great player, a great manager. He passed away at age 83, Frank Robinson. And, of course, we're here in Seals Plaza on the shores of McCovey Cove, right across the water from McCovey Point. And we lost the stretch, the great Willie McCovey, and we're going to miss him greatly as well. Always here at the ballpark, Willie McCovey.
Well said. Should we bring up our first group of Giants players? Come on up,
bring
guys.
them up.
Can I get us started, John?
Yes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Fleming. Well, and
little
just
practice.
signed a new 4-year contract. Nice going.
That is a fact. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to ask the guy who's to my left, Brandon. Thank you for clapping for me, by the way.
Got it.
You're excited by that?
Yeah, it was a nice extension for me. That was nice.
Because I thought of you when Bochy was saying one of his grandkids won't pay attention to him, doesn't really like him, because you're like the dad of the year, aren't you? How many kids do you have now?
4.
So if you had to give the manager a little advice on how to get his 6-month-old granddaughter to spend a little more time with him, what would your advice be?
I don't know. Don't be so scary, I guess. kind of a big dude, intimidating. I don't know how you can change that, though.
Is the manager a little intimidating, Bruce Bochy? What do you think?
He's not intimidating sometimes. Especially as a younger guy, he's not intimidating.
How's your off season been, Brandon?
It's been good. It's been good. A lot of time with the
No
kids.
news to report. No.
Not really. I mean, went on a couple vacations and just hanging out with the family.
Did you go anyplace good?
Yeah, I went to Costa Rica, Tahoe with my family, and then Hawaii with Jalen's family.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Joe, I heard you did a lot of traveling this off season. Is that true?
Yeah, I had a nice little 2-week vacation.
Like a little European jaunt?
Yeah, November. Yeah,
What was your favorite spot?
It's tough because I went to Slovakia where my grandparents came from. So I went to, the hometown, and kind of went through the records there. So that's kind of special to me. But, Munich, we went there, Prague, and all those places are beautiful over there.
Wow, sounds like a pretty cool trip. John?
Well, Dave, thank you so much.
Yes.
Now,
We're just going to do that back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I'm right here with Mac Williamson now. Now, Mac, you had the great spring, and then you got the great start in Sacramento, and the Giants brought you up, and you were red hot with 3 home runs in the first 5 games in the big leagues, and then we're playing the Nationals here, and you go for a high fly ball. You had a long run for the ball, and you got to the ball, reached out to catch it, and you hit the bullpen mound and flipped over and slammed it against the sidewall.
It's graceful, wasn't it?
It was impressive, really, because what was really impressive was they all came out there and they're like, "Oh my God, he's our hottest hitter, and is he still alive?" Because it didn't look good, but you stayed in the game. You're like, "I'm fine, and like a superhero, he's like, "Don't worry about me, I'm fine." How many fingers? I don't know, several of them. Close enough. Right. Yeah. And then you hit a home run after that. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't. First of all, I just want to say it's good to see what's left of you. It looks like you've lost a little weight this offseason.
No, not really.
Yeah, you look good.
Maybe,
You look good.
Maybe
You
a
look
little. Who hit the ball into that bullpen down the left field line? You remember?
I think Farhan knows the guy.
I think he does.
Yeah, I think Farhan knows the guy. He met with him maybe the other day, potentially.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. I don't recommend it. It.
Don't-
I've been called hard-headed before, but going into a brick wall doesn't work too well.
I mean, this is an unfair question to ask you, but if they left it up to you, would you say, "Oh, the bullpens are fine there," or would you like to see him move to a different spot?
Well,
You could toss that to one of the other guys if you prefer.
I'll tackle that one. Honestly, I'm not naive enough to think that I'm the only one that's ever gotten hurt on the mound. I mean, Hunter's gracefully avoided the mound and right several times. I wasn't so graceful, so I think more than moving the mounds, I need to figure out how to be slightly more athletic next time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
It snuck up on me a little bit.
That's good. See, he's like, "Hey, it was my problem. I should have done better." All right, that's good.
Yeah, Crawford came up, asked how I was doing. One of the few times he hasn't made a one-liner to me, so that was good. He was actually sincere. So.
You looked like you died, so
Yeah.
I was serious right there.
It didn't feel good.
You could have been the last face that he ever saw.
It would have been a good face.
I was gonna say, I don't think the
if you're
girls
gonna
would be
have
okay
to go
with
out.
that.
All right, Dave, do you have a question for the Stanford guy over here?
Since you were bringing up some maybe more philosophical questions like the bull, I thought of Evan when I heard the other day that maybe baseball's getting close. Now, look, it's a sensitive topic. We're in a National League city. It's always been a National League city. But a guy who's played in both leagues now, do you have any thoughts on the possibility of the designated hitter being adopted? I knew we were going to get that.
I thought I was going to get a pass to not have to say anything the whole time. So thank you. That's what I was praying for. But of course, I get the hard question to answer. I love the designated hitter. I hate seeing pitchers hit. I mean, it's painful. But pitchers that pitch against pitchers want to pitch against the pitcher because 9 times out of 10 they're an out. So. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a different style of game. I think it's more of the manager definitely makes more of an impact in the game. So, but I think the way that it's going, I mean, we all talk about the millennials and the younger kids, and to keep the game more interesting for the younger fan, I think that, the home run and offense, I mean, how many of you guys watched the Super Bowl?
I did.
Anybody?
I did.
There was probably 10 million people in the U.S. that watched this, so a lot of you guys. And it was boring. It was 13-3, so nobody liked it. Everybody said it was the most boring Super Bowl that ever happened because there was no offense, So people that come to the game that see a 1-0 game are they leave, and if you don't appreciate the game, you think it's boring. So if it's more offensive driven, I think everybody really enjoys the game more. So I think the more hitters we can put in the lineup, the better.
Notice there's not a single pitcher up here to respond to that.
That's why you asked me.
Yeah, I did. That's true. Austin, I wanted to ask you, because you got introduced as an outfielder by Rennell, which is what you've been most of the time. But last year we saw you start to dabble with some other spots. Has that been a part of your offseason at all? Should we expect to see you moving around?
Yeah, a little bit. Been over there taking a couple ground balls, but the priority is working on outfield defense and the routes and avoiding the bullpen and left and right field. So,
Ryder, how about you? How has your offseason been?
It's been good. A lot of rehab.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm running, I'm hitting, I'm throwing. So, I'm on schedule. Kind of had that freak thing in Milwaukee where I felt my knee broke in half. But,
There's something about Milwaukee. How many of those have we had in Milwaukee? It seems like we've had 3 or 4 of those over the last decade in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm taking that series off. Too dangerous.
I don't blame you.
We need you.
Yeah, you remember that. You're coming to Milwaukee.
I'll be there.
So are you full bore, ready to go?
Yeah, I should be full go for spring training.
And for all of you all, are you guys, as soon as FanFest is over, everybody, I mean, some of you live down there, but is everybody headed to spring training right after this is over? So ready to get the season started, huh?
Hey.
You're going home?
I wanted to ask Ryder, you came up, I think it was interleague game over in Oakland.
Yeah.
You just got up from Sacramento, and you crushed one right down the right field, and I hit high up on the foul pole.
Yeah, I've hit a lot to the right of the foul pole. So I'm happy that one hit the foul pole. That was nice. It was fun.
And then what happened the next day?
Went back to Sacramento.
That's not right.
It's a tough league.
That's not right.
It's a tough league.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy to come up and do something, and I kind of knew what the plan was, so Belt had to go have a baby. It's pretty important. He came back pretty quick. I thought he might take a couple more days, but no, it was fun.
Keep hitting the foul pole. You'll be up again a lot. How about a big round of applause to our first group of Giants players? Thank you, guys.
You guys. Thanks, guys. How about it for our first panel, everybody? While we get our next panel set up, I've got Brandon Crawford here. So, Brandon, we heard about your travels this offseason. I'd like to know more about the Costa Rica trip. That was a player's trip?
It was a Nike trip.
A Nike trip? Tell us about that and what you did there.
So guys that are sponsored by Nike get an invitation to go. It was my first one, so it was a lot of fun. They pay for everything. They do a bunch of activities with a lot of the other players, and so I got to get to know them a little bit better, and it was a lot of fun.
Who was with you on that trip that we might know?
McCutcheon was there. We know him pretty well.
Yep.
Nolan Arenado, we know, unfortunately.
Oh, God, yeah.
Adam Jones, Carlos Gonzalez, a couple of free agents.
Farhan, just saying.
Dallas Keuchel.
That was like an all-star trip, dude.
A lot of good players down there. Who else? There were a lot of good guys down there. It was fun to get to know them.
Did you get to do some excursions and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there was some zip lining ATVs the first day. That was pretty fun. Jet skis. I was healthy the whole time.
Yeah.
There was no accidents.
As he looks at Bruce Bochy, right? He's fine. He's fine. He was very careful.
I saw Farhan close his eyes like nothing happened. But no, it was a good trip. It was
Nice. Well, also, we know you do a lot of charitable endeavors. You guys follow him on Twitter, I bet, right? Yeah. We see you out in the community a lot. I know one of the things you're really a part of is the Wells Fargo Step Up to the Plate for Education. And tell us about your involvement with that.
They came to me probably 7 or 8 years ago, something like that now. And they give $100,000 in grants to schools to help with sports and arts programs. So I just kind of help them with that and get the word out there and present a check at the end of the year.
The kids must be excited to see you too, right?
I think so. I think they just like holding the big check, I think, at the end.
That is super fun. That is super fun. Okay, update on the kids, ages and what they're into.
Braylon's 6, Jaden's almost 5, Braxton's 3, and Bryson is almost 8 months. I mean, the girls are into dolls and things like that. Braxton's always swinging off the tee in the backyard and running around.
He's got potential?
Yeah, he's a lefty. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Glad you had a good off season. Good luck this season. The pride of Foothill High School in Pleasanton, California, Brandon Crawford. Thanks, Brandon. All right.
Rennell. John, why don't you lead us off here in this round?
All right, we have, well, I think the guy in the middle, though. Who are you again?
I'm Chris.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because I noticed that you've been kind of strutting a little bit, and you happen to be from right near Gillette Stadium, the home of the Patriots. You grew up there. Were you actually rooting for the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Chris Shaw, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I was. Grew up a Pats fan, as I'm sure that upsets a lot of people in here, but I am who I am.
No, but the quarterback is from here. I can't remember his name offhand, but I love him. He's from San Mateo, and one of the great receivers, the MVP of the Super Bowl, is from the peninsula as well, from Woodside High School and the College of San Mateo, my alma mater. Julian Edelman.
Yep.
Yeah, so the local guys. I was rooting for him, more or less.
Yeah, as you should. I mean, you can't choose who you play for necessarily in a lot of circumstances, and obviously I'm glad that those guys are on that team because I'm a big Patriots fan and couldn't be happier with the result, as bad as that game was.
We used to call Patriots fans, when I lived there, massholes. So, not that I'm not calling you that, but
yeah. When did the roast start?
I don't know. Buster, you want to save Chris?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Everybody wants to ask me, ask you, how you feeling? You had the surgery at the end of the year. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, feeling good. Have been able to do, it's been a smooth rehab process so far, and been able to get some good weightlifting, doing some hitting, throwing, running, and I'm looking forward to getting to Scottsdale and ramping things up.
That is good news. Do you have to get ramped up? Are you good to go? What's the program, do you think?
Well, I have to get ramped up every year.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Where's Gresh? Gresh, are you in here? We can ask Gresh. I'll defer to him wherever he is. I don't think he's in here right now, but I think we'll just have to see how things feel after catching a pen and doing BP on the field and play it by ear a little bit.
Great. Good news. Stephen Duggar is next to me. Stephen. We might ask you about, because you missed the end of the year also, so we might ask you as a side note how you're feeling, but I'm a big college football fan. You are a Clemson Tiger, correct?
Yes, sir.
So right here in the Bay Area, Clemson, I don't know how many of you all maybe went down to the game, won the college football national championship. Samarj is squirming in his chair over there. You beat Notre Dame to get there, and then you beat Alabama. Was that fun? Are you a college football fan?
Yeah, it was exciting for sure.
Did you go to the game?
I thought about it. I was rehabbing in Arizona. Also thought about giving Shark some heat, but
You kept your mouth shut?
I think I'll just play it cool.
What if he had given you some heat?
The records still stand. We're fine.
You're good? How are you doing?
A lot better, yeah. Took some time off and then ramped it up around Thanksgiving and been going at it ever since. So feel good. I'm excited to get back to where we were and back in the grind.
Yeah, I think everybody. We don't want to dwell on all this
medics
rehab
team
stuff.
up here,
Yeah,
huh?
but everybody's excited to see
and a
you
Pats
guys.
fan, which sounds like
And the
worse than all
masshole,
that.
Sorry.
So, Aramis Garcia. Now, you ended up getting a lot of time. Buster had the surgery, so you did a lot of catching. You also played a lot of first base, and you hit several home runs, as I recall. Nice going. And were you surprised that you had a chance to play that much, or did you realize that Buster was going to have this surgery and it could happen for you?
Yeah, when I came up, I knew that Buster was going to go down and have the surgery. First base was a little bit of a surprise for me. Thankfully, I had a little bit of playing time in the minor leagues and prior experience to that, so I felt prepared.
Have your parents stopped cheering yet? Your mom and dad were really, really excited at your. Everybody's mom and dad is. You hit your first big league home run, first hit, strike out your first guy. Your mom and dad seemed particularly excited.
Yeah, they were.
I think they were walking around San Francisco for the next few days, just introducing themselves to everybody.
So yeah. I've been telling a lot of people my dad's been reacting like that since I was a kid. I mean, so it was a special moment.
That was pretty cool.
Now, Mark Melanson, you had been with the Pirates for a while as the closer. And one of your teammates, who was there for a long time, was in the bullpen as well, a left-hander by the name of Tony Watson. And there's a story that you had something to do with convincing the Giants or convincing him to come here, or both. Is there truth to that story?
No, I think it was his only offer, so he had to take it.
Well, so when he called you, you said, well, if it's your only offer, you better just take it. Yeah, is that it?
Right, yep.
No, what? Boach needed a healthy arm down in the bullpen, so they called. And
Here we go. Here we go.
That's the real reason.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, that's it.
John and I can step aside, and you guys can just take over.
We flew out of here 6 hours together yesterday, so we were good. We're all good.
Yeah.
We hashed it out.
You're fine?
Yeah,
Hey, what do you guys, you two guys who are in the bullpen, do you have an opinion on, let's say the Giants try starting a game with a relief pitcher. You have an opinion on how that might work for you?
Are you asking me?
I whoever wants to chime in.
So the opener, yeah.
Is that what we call it, the opener?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
Okay.
I guess. So, I've been asked this question a lot the last couple days, and it's all out of necessity, I guess. There's 162 games. Obviously, you want 5 horse starters to post up 30, 35 times. That'd be awesome. Throw 200 innings, and the way the game's going, that's not how it is anymore. So. It'd be great if that happened, but sometimes you need a bullpen day or whatever they call it now, and it's the opener. And me personally, I don't think I'd be very good at it. So, Boach, I'm just telling you, if that's where we're going, I don't think I'd be very good at it. We're creatures of habit, so I usually get ready to go as the innings go on and the game unfolds, and mentally and physically get ready. And so I'm used to throwing later in the game, and it used to be, you have the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys, and you can play your matchups based off that, but now we're, looks like the game's evolving, I guess. So we'll see where it goes. But hopefully I can hang on a couple more years and not be an opener.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you're the opener. I think it can be a really good thing.
Yeah, it could, but yeah, I'll defer.
Mark?
Well, it seems like relievers get there really early as it is. So if we became the opener, we might have to get to the ballpark for 7:30 game, probably like 9:30 a.m. or something. So, yeah, I don't know. That might take a toll.
Take away breakfast from you?
Yeah.
Could be. How about a big round of applause for our second group of Giants? Good job, guys.
Guys, thanks so much, guys. We're going to check in with Buster one more time. You're right here. It's all good. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, Dave asked you, but I just kind of want to check in again because we're all concerned, super concerned, and everything went well with your hip rehab and everything. Anything challenging about it, or was it pretty smooth for you?
It's been smooth. Boch told me that his was feeling even better than mine, so I'm anxious to see that jog out to the mound this year. I'm expecting good things.
I feel a competition coming on here. I like this.
Yeah.
So you said that you're on schedule, on target, be ready for opening day. You stand by that?
That's the plan. Of course, that's the plan.
Okay. All right. You also said that you were going to steal 20 bases this season. You stand by that as well?
I do not stand by that.
Neither does Brandon Crawford, who said that you will steal 20 bases for the rest of your career, busting your chops.
Well, that's probably more than he'll steal.
Oh! Touche! All right, on a more serious note, we all respect and admire what you and Kristen do for pediatric cancer awareness and raising funds, right? Have you been spending some of your, I know you're rehabbing, but were you able to do some of that and visit some families and some of the kids this off season?
Yeah, I mean, we tried to kind of game plan for this year going forward and trying to decide how we can be more impactful. And yeah, it really is truly all about the kids and their families and who've been given such a bad shake. And something as simple as having them out to the ballpark could be a big improvement in the way they feel mentally and hopefully physically. And I think everybody can get involved in their own way. It doesn't have to be at the Major League ballpark. It can be as simple as helping families out in your own way that with kids that are affected by it in your community.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you because it's ridiculous and it blows my mind how underfunded it is. You know, it's one of the least funded cancers, and it's our kids. So what can the fan base do? What can you encourage us to do, and how can we help you and Kristen with your foundation?
Well, I think we're kind of in the early stages of doing a Pledge It campaign this year, and hopefully we'll get that up and running soon and get some good momentum behind that, based on, we haven't decided, but maybe RBIs or something, some good incentive to drive in some runs and hopefully raise money for the kids that have this tough shake.
All right, let's follow Buster on Twitter and help them out any way we can. We thank you for that. Good luck this season. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Buster Posey, everybody. Guys, back to you.
John?
All right, and let's see, we got, this is an all pitchers?
All pitchers.
4 lefties and 2 righties. So the opening day started last year, although it wasn't planned that way. Ty Block, when did you find out you were going to be the starter right away at Dodger Stadium on national TV?
I found out about 3 or 4 days ahead of time. Bum obviously got hit in the hand with that line drive the last game of spring training, which was really unfortunate. But Boch and CY came to me and said, hey, you're going to get that first game. And just went out and prepared, and chips fell where they were. And Joe Panik came up with a big home run, and bullpen shut it down.
Pretty good game. Now, if let's say Jeff Samardzija is the starting pitcher and the team loads up on the left-handed hitters, one of your lefties actually could start the game and pitch the first couple innings, right? Isn't that the way it works?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it is the way it would work. It could be.
I mean, that's kind of what they did with Romo in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They
Match
played a team
up.
with a bunch of righties, and so Romo started the game, and then you used to call him the starter, who would come in the third inning or whatever. So that could happen. Steve Okert, how would you feel if you were the guy that they said, you go out there and pitch the first inning or the first two?
I'll do
And
it.
if you want to talk about something else, just talk about something else. That's fine.
They mean to do it, I'll do it. I mean, do whatever they need. So.
All right. Were you a starter at any time in the past?
No.
So you've always been a reliever?
Yeah.
Really? Forever?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even in high school.
Okay.
Even
Cool.
in high school.
Yeah. All right. So that you would just have to do because they said this is what we want you to do. You'd have to figure it out.
Figure it out.
All right. That's good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Ray Black, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Great. I wore a hat today. with the
And
light.
for any particular reason, just the lights?
Well,
yeah, TV lights are
yeah,
bright. They are.
exactly.
How's your off season been?
It was good. I got married this offseason.
Oh, that's big news. Round of
Yeah.
applause.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Are you? You're an outdoorsman, are you not?
I am.
You like to fish?
I like to claim to be an outdoorsman, but
Okay.
I usually just take my bow and gun for a walk more than shooting.
Who's the real outdoorsman on this team?
No, Willie shoots a little bit. I don't know.
Bum, maybe.
Yeah, Bummy's definitely outdoorsman. I don't know if we have many more on this team.
Our manager likes to fish. You know that?
He does?
He does. He really like. Don't you? You like to fish, don't you? I could see a little excursion with
Maybe
the
we'll
two
go
of you
fishing
guys.
after this, out in the bay.
Okay, I think that could be a good plan. Sam, how are you? How's your off season?
It's pretty good. It was quick.
Quick? What made it go by so fast? You got to use a microphone.
Snuckles woke me up at like 5 every morning.
Now wait a minute, Snuckles?
Yeah, my cat.
I just got over Duffy's cat. What was Duffy's cat's name? Skeeter. I knew. But what does Snuckles mean? Is there
Just a name.
just a made up name? And why am I the last one to know about Snuckles?
You don't have Instagram.
Snuckles has Instagram?
He sure does.
And is Snuckles like a normal cat, or is there a reason that Snuckles can have an Instagram account?
Anyone can have an Instagram account.
I mean, this isn't like
I have a Wikipedia page too. Have you seen it?
No.
You should look.
Okay, noted. So the cat wakes you up during the off season?
Yeah, he's hungry. It's like a little baby. You have to feed him all the time.
Okay. It sounds more like a dog than a cat.
It's not a dog.
Not a dog. It's a cat. I learned something tonight. Josh, how about you?
It was good. Had a little girl.
Oh, congratulations.
A human.
3 months old. So yeah.
A human.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Human
Not
girl.
named Snuckles.
No, I already have a dog.
And what's your daughter's name?
Caroline.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
great
you.
news. What's it like being a dad?
It's been pretty good so far. My wife's not working, so she takes care of her a lot while I'm doing stuff and lets me do my thing, get ready for the season. And she's been sleeping well, so makes it pretty easy.
Great. That's great news.
Sometimes, a lot of times, you were brought in last year by Bruce Bochy to face a tough left-handed hitter. Now there's a lot of talk about maybe having a rule where a relief pitcher's got to face 3 hitters in a row. How would you feel if they made that a rule?
There's no chance that's going to pass. Matchups is part of the game. You gotta. I feel like I'm better when I face more people, but that's not my choice. But it's not part of the game.
All right. So But if they did, fine with you. But although
but it won't
your
pass.
inclination is that it's not a good idea. All right. Now, the guy next to me is a left-hander, but he ended up being the Giants' closer last year. But you came back from the Tommy John surgery, and you won the Willie Mack Award, and we got presented the award by the man himself, Willie McCovey. And that was a great night, an emotional night. But I remember the first game back. I mean, that was pretty emotional, wasn't it? After all the work, all the stuff, and we don't see that. It's not on television, all the rehab and all the stuff to get back from that Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, it was a long day. I think it was 569 games or days in between games. So that's a really long time to not be able to do what you love to do. But yeah, you're right. You just gotta grind it out. You're with the trainers every day. They're your stress ball. You yell at them. You have happy days with them. You just got to get through it somehow.
But that first game back
was awesome.
Okay, it was awesome. You were in the game and all of that. What about the build-up to it, knowing that I'm back and I might be in there tonight after all this time?
Yeah, it was fun. The day I was active, I really wanted to play that game. I think Boch had me warm up, and then the starter ended up getting out of it, so I had to go back, sit down, and it was, such a tease right there. I wanted to play so bad, but I got to go in the next inning. It went well. I really wanted to finish that inning. I didn't want him to have to come get me. So it was nice that we ended up getting 3 outs, and next guy.
And then you became the closer. Now, you had not done closing in the big leagues. I don't know if you ever even had a save.
I had one, and I didn't even know I did it. It was one of those 4 runs. The guy on first, McCutcheon was on first, and the game was over, and everybody's like, "Congrats, congrats!" And I had no idea why.
I was thinking maybe while we have, because I get this question from fans a lot. You guys are out there in all these bullpens in all these different ballparks. We talked about this one is very different. Is there a bullpen that you really like in terms of like where you are, interaction with the fans, or one you really don't like? Anybody can answer if you have any opinions.
I like San Diego.
You like the San Diego bullpen?
Big bullpen, big bench. Everybody can sit together. Day games are tough. It's kind of hard to find some shade there, but
hotter, more sunny. What's the worst?
Oakland's pretty bad.
Because
it's really bad.
Yeah, and because the fans are on top of you, or
it's just they give you
it's
like
just a little bench.
Steel bench
Yeah.
and a 2x4 over your head.
Ty, you have a place you like to warm up?
Well, I was just thinking about Oakland and Mark hitting
through the chair.
hitting Stephen Piscotty with a chair last year. That's what came to mind when Will said Oakland. But that was a good play, Mark. I've always liked Coors Field. Growing up in Denver, there's a lot of like nature back there, the trees and the water fountain right there. So something about kind of the peaceful tranquility of it.
Ray can bring his bow or fishing rod or whatever out to the bullpen.
Perfect.
Wear your hat.
I'll have it.
How about a big round of applause for our guys? Good job, guys. Thank you.
All right, while we wait for the next group, we're going to talk a little bit more with Will Smith. How you doing, Will?
I'm good. Glad to be back.
Getting jiggy with it. Yeah, sorry, we do that all the time. You hate that, right?
I've heard it a time or two.
I'm so sorry. Like, we're in the control room, and when we see you warming up the bullpen, the code word is getting jiggy with it is warming up. Just sharing that with you. You're back for another year. Congratulations on signing that deal.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Aren't you glad he's back? So solid. Well, as John mentioned, you were awarded the Willie Mack Award last year, and with the passing of Willie, it probably means that much more to you now, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty special award. Something I'm really proud of, just to be voted on by your teammates and coaches. It's something I'll cherish probably the rest of my life.
Did you have a chance to get to know him, have any conversations with him?
Here and there, nothing crazy. But it was nice. He was around all the time. It was nice to see him in the lunchroom. Just hanging out, just being around the guys. It was cool.
Well, what we loved upstairs in the booth and the control room as a part of that ceremony was your little niece. Yeah. Do y'all remember his little 2-year-old niece got to throw out the first pitch? That was adorable. Tell me about your relationship with her, you as Uncle Will.
It's getting better. I'm kind of like Boat. She used to be afraid of me too. Just I don't know if I was so big or whatever. But this offseason was probably the best offseason I've ever had with her. She remembered me. You know, she wanted to play and stuff like that. So it took her a while, but yeah, we had a good offseason this year.
What's better than that, though, right?
It's tough to beat. We got another one now, so there's two.
Oh, there's two? How's this new one?
Libby James.
Oh, how old is she?
A month.
Real new?
Yeah, like brand new.
Oh, my God. What's the best thing about being an uncle?
I don't have to change diapers.
Yes. But someday you will, so you might need to practice.
We'll wait for that day.
Okay, not rushing you. Congratulations on the one-year deal. Awesome last season. Glad to have you back. Will Smith, everybody. Getting jiggy with it.
Thank you, Renell.
You got it, Dave and John.
Thanks, Will. All right, our next group of Giants up here. I thought we might start with the guy sort of in the middle, Derek Rodriguez. Say hi to Derek. But just because I was thinking what this time last year must have been like for you, could you have imagined that what ended up happening through the season and now the off season and heading into this year was going to happen on February 8th or whatever it is of 2018?
Not one bit. I mean, last year, I don't know if at this time, I don't know if I was going to AA or AAA. So, yeah, it was a quick turnaround last year. It was pretty cool.
What do you think the key to taking that big jump for you was?
I don't know. I just needed the opportunity. They gave me the opportunity, and I just went with it. So, just never looked back.
Andy, that's a good answer. Andy Suarez, you kind of agree with that? Like, as a young guy, the main thing you're looking for is a chance, an opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to make the most of it, pretty much.
I think you did too last year. Don't you agree?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I had some good games. I had some bad games, but I mean, it was a learning process for sure.
So you have your first big league season. You go into the off season. You have time to think and work out. Is there something in particular you're trying to improve upon for this year?
I think just staying strong and just be more consistent out there with my commands.
So does staying strong mean a different workout program in the off season?
No, probably just eating more,
Eating more.
gain some more weight. Yeah.
That's like milkshakes. That's
Yeah,
a good off
pretty
season
much, yeah.
program.
Some Dominoes, yeah.
That's pretty good. John?
Derek, I remember the game you pitched in Miami. You guys both grew up in the Miami area, and you had your high school coaches and the current players that both came out. And but the day you pitched, the Giants needed a win. It was getaway day, and Derek, you got the start, and your dad was there, and he sat right behind the backstop. It's almost like there was the catcher giving the signs, and right behind him was your dad. And what was that like? Was that, because I could see that that could put a little pressure on your dad,
He's
who also
never
is a
sitting
Hall of
there
Famer.
again. I told him never to sit there again. Because it's a bad habit for him. He still wants to tell me what to do when I'm pitching. He still wants to.
So was he flipping some signs, giving you some ideas?
No, I mean, I wasn't paying attention much, but you could hear the whistle sometimes, and I know by the whistle I know what he's talking about. So.
So you did a good job, though, kind of focusing on your own catcher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's done a good job.
But, I mean,
he's pretty good.
When you say you could hear him whistle, I mean, Miami, they have, 38,000 seats, and about 800 people are there. I mean, he's sitting in right behind the back.
I'm pretty sure I heard the conversation he had with my grandma that game.
All right. Well, that was the Giants needed to win that day. They were having a hard time with the Marlins.
It took us a while. That game was pretty long.
It took a little while, yeah. But you did well. That's my main takeaway from that game.
That was a great memory. Alan Hansen. Alan, how are you?
Good.
That's a lot of cheers. Are you still really fast?
Yeah. More right now.
It was fun for us to get to know you, too, because you were somebody we didn't know before last season. And all of us were astonished by your athleticism. And it's not just your speed, but Did you ever play other sports aside from baseball? Was baseball your only sport, or did you play other sports?
Yes, I play basketball before.
Yeah. Could you shoot?
Yeah, I'm very good.
So basketball and baseball.
Baseball right now?
Yeah. No, now, yeah, for sure. Maybe basketball later when this is all over?
No.
No, you're done with
No more.
basketball. What was it like for you to get a chance to, because you'd been in the big leagues before, but you got a chance to play a lot last year. Did that make a difference for you?
Yeah, because they give me the opportunity, because I bring my talent right here on the Giants, and everybody know who is Allen Hanson right now. So that gave me the opportunity for bringing more energy and bringing more talent for this year.
Yeah. We've all been spoiled with the Giants here the last many, many years with all these great players, so many of whom are in this room. But so like when you have little kids like I do, your kids switch allegiances. Who's your favorite player? One day it's Buster, one day it's Crawford, one day it's Samardzija. And my son this winter, one time somebody asked him, who's your favorite Giants player? He said, Allen Hansen. You made a lot of fans last year. You did. John?
Now, I mean, are you the fastest guy on the team? See? Es verdad? Yeah. Anybody, any close? No.
Pablo. He said Pablo.
Pablo?
Oh, Pablo, yeah. I mean, Pablo, of
Other
course.
than him.
Of course, yeah.
Reyes, how about you? Did you have a good offseason?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Now, am I getting it mixed up, or did you two have a little handshake, you and Alan? Did you have a special handshake between the two of you before the game?
Yeah, sometime.
Just one time, that's it?
Sometime.
Oh, can you show it will you show it to us? Can you do it? No, you don't remember?
I don't remember. Too.
Don't remember. I've heard other people use that excuse. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, sure.
What do you do in the off season? Do you take some time off? Do you put a baseball down? Do you throw all off season? How do you get ready for the year?
Yeah, I just stay 2 weeks for rest, practice, wake out in the morning, running like a couple minutes, throw boop and do, routine for pitching.
Great. Tyler Beatty, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
What was last year like for you? You came up, you went back down, you ended up getting hurt, so you didn't get to come back up at the end of the year. Did that change the way that you went into this offseason getting ready for 2019?
Sure, I think, obviously it was a good experience last year coming up, getting a little bit of a taste, get my feet wet, and then, going into the offseason, there was a ton of motivation there to improve, just as there is any other offseason, but just put my head down and tried to work as hard as I could and improve on the things that I needed to work on.
What was that first big league moment like for you?
It was surreal. To have the whole family out there, to be able to pitch, contribute to the win that McCutcheon ended up getting a walk-off hit in. It was, very surreal first game.
That was a cool game.
What do you feel that you do need to work on? Did you decide that?
Yeah. No, just, well-rounded game. Just got to be more consistent, take advantage of the opportunities that were presented each season. And so, numerous things, but just wanted to come into this year feeling good and healthy and strong and ready to go for the year.
All right. So you feel good?
Yes, sir.
Strong?
Yes, sir.
Healthy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. And you're Patriot. You're from Massachusetts also, right?
Yes.
I'm
a masshole, I guess.
Sorry. It's true. Sorry.
All right. Chris Stratton. Nice to see you. Now, you and your wife had a child early in the season, but I was not that happy about it because you were hot. You were the giant. You were as hot as any pitcher on the staff at the time. And then all of a sudden, we come to the park and you're not there because, she's having a baby. Yeah. So, and that's a little joke, but then, and where do you live? Mississippi or?
Yeah, Mississippi.
Mississippi. Yeah. That's not an easy place to get to from San Francisco, is it?
No, it's not.
Or from anywhere else in America?
No. Yeah, I was telling these guys I had a fun time with the other 10 people in Mississippi this offseason. So. No,
right.
Went home and was fortunate enough to get there with an hour to spare for she had the baby, and then.
So you got there, and it took how long did it take you to get there?
Almost missed my flight out of SF just because of the traffic and everything. So
traffic here?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Then I got to Mississippi, and there was nobody on the road, and so it was easy to get there. But no, got there with an hour to spare, and everybody was healthy, 10 fingers, 10 toes, so it was awesome.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And then she had the baby. You were there.
Yep.
And then how long? It was a couple of days, and you were back on the mound here.
Yeah, I did fly back, but maybe I was still there because I didn't pitch too great when I got back. It was a tough.
I have no memory of that.
No, but like I said, it was good, and wanted to spend a little more time with her before I came back, but had to come back and get my job going.
All right.
Yeah.
And so, what's your goal this year going into spring training?
Just what these guys have said is just being more consistent. I think I had some highs and some really bad lows, and I think Boch wants consistency. He wants to know what he's going to get out of a starter every time. So I think that's the biggest thing is just to be more consistent.
All right. Because when you were good, you were really good last year. I mean,
thank you.
And you were good a little more than you're saying right now, in my humble opinion. #IMHO.
I think that's true.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck in 2019, all you guys. Thanks for being up here with us. Good job.
Thanks, guys. We're going to talk to Derek Rodriguez now for a bit. Hey, D-Rod.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We're awesome. Baby Pudge, we like to call him upstairs in the booth. Listen, I think a lot of you feel the way I do. You were like our Rookie of the Year last year, right? You kind of became our ace with the big 3 down, and it seemed to us that it was just seamless for you. Was it challenging for you at all? But you seemed really focused throughout the season, and really an impressive season, rookie season, right, you guys? What was the experience like for you?
It was awesome. It was challenging. Rookie being in the big leagues first year, but I mean, I had Buster back there. He was helping me out a lot. Buster and Hundley, they were great last year, helping me out, and it was a good year.
Well, we know we're all big fans of your dad, your Hall of Fame dad, but I want to give yes, you may applaud, Pudge, but I want to give your mom some props because Mama really was essential to his baseball development because Dad was playing ball. Talk to me about Mom, getting you through that as a youngster.
Yeah, my mom was the one that took me to all the showcases and the practices and all that stuff. So my dad was always traveling and playing. My mom was, she's the rock. Yeah, she's the leader. So, I thank my mom for all those years and all those red eyes everywhere for the showcases. So, yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. I don't want to embarrass you, but there's a lot of screaming going on here tonight, D-Rod. I just want to say, he's off the market. Calm down. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Are you guys wedding planning right now? Not to get all up in your business, but are y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, next year. Okay. Yeah, this next off season.
Okay. Also, I hear you're quite the cook. Is that correct?
I like cooking. Yeah.
Tell me about your specialties.
Latin food. Yeah, I just like cooking Latin food.
Yeah. Puerto Rican specialties, yeah.
Yeah, my grandma, good teacher.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been to Puerto Rico 3 times. I made my own mofongo. Right?
Mofongo's good.
Tell them what that is.
Mofongo is like mashed fried plantains, and you eat it with shrimp or, any type of meat or chicken. It's really good.
Is that kind of therapeutic for you when you're in the kitchen? Is it kind of therapy for you or relaxing for you?
Yeah. I mean, you're creating something out of nothing, so it's pretty cool.
Well, you are quite creative on the mound, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do this season. Congratulations on last year.
Thank you so much.
All right. Fantastic hair also, okay? Thank you. Thanks so much. Derek Rodriguez, everybody. Fantastic.
Thank you, Rennell. Thank you, Derek. We have some of our new Giants in our final group of players, so maybe should I... does anybody need me to introduce everybody just so we know who's who? We met everybody. So we've got Travis, right? Pat, Drew, Abiato, and Breivik. Say hi to some of our newest Giants. And Marvin Bernard is hiding here in the back just in case we need Marvin. Yeah, you're not new, though. So does anybody want to jump out there? Welcome to... Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, well, jump. Go.
Let me jump out.
Yeah.
Okay. Drew Pomerantz, a lot of Major League experience, 17-game winner, a couple of years. I did a little research. And we watched you pitch for a long time. When do you get the ring? The Red Sox got the World
I don't know.
Series.
I hope I don't have to wait till September when we go there. Hopefully I can get that mailed over before we get there.
All right. Dave, we could go pick it up for you?
Yeah, we'll pick it up for you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, bring it back. So, 17-game winner 2 years ago. But last year, was some injury things happen? What happened last year?
Just had a few, I got injured my first spring training start. And, as I was getting back healthy again, got injured again. It was just one of those unlucky years. Obviously not what I wanted going into free agency, but I got to, stuck it out and ended up getting a World Series ring at the end. So I guess I'll take that and just erase the rest of last year.
Not too shabby. Now, I remember when you got traded to the Red Sox, and I believe I'm right on this, maybe not, but the first start you made for the Red Sox was against the Giants interleague play at Fenway Park.
Yeah. Yep.
So I got that right.
Yep, you nailed it.
All right. So a little foreshadowing of
yeah, I
things to come.
guess. The weird thing was that I was in San Diego and my first start back was supposed to be against the Giants, and I got traded to Boston, and my first start back was still against the Giants. So it's a little couldn't get away from you guys.
So one way or the other, you were facing the Giants, and you were prepared for it.
Yeah, one way or the other.
All right. And you used to be with Oakland before that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been around a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Thank you.
Drew Pomerantz.
Welcome indeed. All right, I'm sure we'll tell the story a lot of times. You'll get asked the question a lot of times, Pat. We know you here in the Bay Area, but you pitch from both sides. Not many guys have ever done that. Can you give us like the 2-minute, how did that come about? How do you do it? I have a lot of questions about this, but maybe just the basics.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. I'm a natural right-hander. Everything I do in life is right-handed. My dad just had the idea to, see if I could, throw left-handed as well, and fortunately, he did that for me, and here I am today.
I mean, that was a real short version. Yeah, and then a few pitches later, I'm in the big leagues.
That easy.
So the first pitch you ever threw left-handed was like, oh, I can do this?
No, it took a long time. Yeah, and you know what? By the time I got to college, I had one coach drop me down sidearm left-handed, and that was really what helped me. It's just an easy slot for me to throw from left-handed, and it just kind of came from there.
And did they change the rules because of you?
Yeah, there used to be quite the delay when there would be a switch hitter coming up just because we would switch back and forth trying to get the advantage. And, with the pace of play rules that are coming in, it's the rule is I have to establish when a switch hitter comes up.
How do you do that?
A lot of things come in. There's splits, number one, the ballpark, which way the wind is blowing that
No, but
day.
how do you establish with the umpires which way you're going to throw?
I thought you meant, how do I decide? It's as simple as just, a little flick of whatever wrist I'm going to be pitching.
So you have to sort of signal to the umpire?
Yes, to the hitter who's walking up.
All right. So if he's a switch hitter and you've signaled that you're going to throw left-handed.
That's the end of it right there.
All right. So then they know that.
Yep.
But in the minor leagues, they didn't have that rule?
No, there was nothing in place. And this happened in my professional debut in 2008. But since then, it's been in place.
So you mean you put the glove in your right hand, you're going to throw a lefty. So the guy stepped out of the one batter's box and moved to the other side.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 times. We just kept going back and forth.
Sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
Can't believe they got rid of that.
Thank you. Too bad we weren't broadcasting that game, Dave.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, he's going to throw left-handed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
Welcome to the Giants. Yeah. Welcome. How about Abiatal, who made his major league debut, came over from the Yankees in the Andrew McCutchen trade last year, came up to the big leagues, made a really good first impression. What was your first major league experience like?
That was good experience. So that was fantastic for me. So my first debut in the league, and I say, wow, finally. So
It's a lot of hard work to get there, huh?
yeah, a lot.
And you're smiling while you answer that. One thing it was easy to notice about you on the field is you like to smile. It seems like you're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, so that's my personality, you know. So
that's you.
So yeah, when I smile, I feel young. So I feel like I enjoy the moment. So.
And are you? We saw you play some shortstop. You played some third base, second base. Are you comfortable all over the place?
I feel comfortable all over the place. So
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
If I can catch her, I can catch her. So
Great.
No matter what.
We look forward to getting to know you even more.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's pretty fast. Didn't he? He
Very
scored a
fast.
run that. Are you as fast as Alan Hansen?
Yeah, that's a good question. So.
Good question, no answer.
Yeah, that's right. Good question, no answer.
Yeah. Gracias.
Now, Travis, you come from the Blue Jays, correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I was with the Blue Jays for 4 years, and I was fortunate enough to get Rule 5 drafted by the Giants.
So is this really good. Your numbers were outstanding last year. You pitched mostly at Double-A, I guess. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But you have not been in the big leagues yet.
No, I haven't. So that's obviously the goal, and so hopefully I can make that happen.
What about spring training? Do you have some big league spring training experience?
No, I don't. Last year was my first healthy season in my pro career, so I've been minor league camps the whole time, and I'm looking forward to learning from all the guys over here. So I'm excited.
Awesome. So a couple weeks from now is going to be a big deal for you, huh?
It will be.
These Cactus League games.
Sure.
Great. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, can you only throw left-handed?
Yeah, I'm just left-handed, nothing special.
So if a right-handed hitter comes up, you still have to throw left-handed to him.
Still left-handed, yes, sir.
They didn't have to pass any rules for you.
No extra rules.
No rules, yeah.
All right. You know, we have a guy on the team from Georgia. Have you met him?
Not yet, but I think I know who you're talking about.
He's from Georgia. Here he is. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right.
You'll get to know him. Yeah, you'll have plenty of time.
We have a guy from Notre Dame. You want to meet him? Yeah. Arizona State. Is it Arizona or is it Arizona State?
Oh, you got to get that one right.
Oh, you guys have met already? Oh, cool. Cool.
About an hour ago, yeah.
So you guys are old friends already. All right. Sorry, Dave.
No. Drew Ferguson. Drew, welcome.
Hi.
Similar circumstance, Rule 5 pick from the Astros.
Yep.
So you spent your entire career in Houston's organization, correct? Did you have an inkling that the Giants were looking at you?
Not at all. I was actually in Puerto Rico playing winter ball this off season, And it was one of those things where I was just realized as the draft was starting that, oh, the Rule 5's today. I guess I'm eligible. As I'm pulling out my phone to check and see how it's going, my agent texts me, SF Giants. Oh, perfect. That's pretty much how that unfolded.
So just a text message, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't paying attention as much. When you get immersed in another culture a little bit, you tend to lose track of things going on in the States.
And how did winter ball go for you?
I didn't play very well, but
Oh, great question. Sorry, I didn't vet that one ahead of time. Sorry.
But it's a good experience. I've done it a few times, so yeah, it's a good experience.
Well, welcome to the Giants.
Thank you.
Outfielder, you play all around in the outfield?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Breve Valera. Me llamo John Miller, el narrador en el radio y televisión con los Gigantes en inglés solamente. Pero hablo 4 o 5 palabras en español. ¿Y tú también?
Sí.
En boca cerrada no entran moscas. ¿Es verdad?
Can I say something in English too?
Go ahead.
So I feel really, really good in this organization. Enjoying this time, good timing, and play every position too.
Every position.
Yeah.
All right. And you played for the Dodgers?
Yes, I play.
You can boo. You can boo.
Play second, third, and right field.
Yeah. He hated it there.
Well, welcome to the Orange and Black.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us. I think we're out of time. Are we out of time? Maybe should we do one big round of applause for all of our Giants players for being with us tonight? Yeah, you can stand up. We're going to let our players leave first. They are going to get ready for FanFest, which starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll all be here. Hope to see all of you, many of you here at the ballpark. And we can't wait for spring training to start, for opening day to be here. We really appreciate you all coming. Can't wait for 2019. Thanks, everybody. Good job, guys.